All right, let's see here. Get myself a little of this broth. Give this a shot. You want... Oh, you're taking the thing. That's good.
I thought it was good too.
That's good. It kind of seems like it needs salt.
It probably does. There was none in the recipe.
But I also feel like that strongly about like everything. As soon as I try, it's true. And I honestly, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned from cooking, or I feel strongly about, is that when you make anything,
If it needs something, it needs salt.
It needs salt. That's almost assuredly with it, and sometimes it needs other things, but it almost always needs salt. That was cacciatore, by the way. Mal's never made cacciatore, and I know she just made it, but we're actually not having it for tonight. It's going in the fridge, and we're going to be eating it for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, this is lunch. We'll either have it with maybe some nice bread
Or
pasta, maybe. It's an Italian dish.
Yeah, bread maybe.
Yeah, because it's kind of stew-like.
Yeah, do we still have the loaf of bread that...
I don't know where it went. It was on the island. What happened to it?
We had a loaf of bread that Alex and Haley brought for...
Did they take it?
Maybe they took it back. I don't know. Anyway, hi everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Monday. Yeah, Mal made some cacciatore. It's a new dish. We're going to be trying that tomorrow. Although that won't even be really the main event.
Tomorrow.
That's not going to be the main event tomorrow, because we're actually having a party tomorrow. The purpose of the party is that Josh's mom is in town, so she'll be here, and it's a good excuse to get everyone together, right? So everyone will be here, and we'll be eating some various foods and spending a little time with her. We haven't seen her in
5 years.
5 years. Why aren't you kissing that goat, Josh? You don't love it? Oh, that's good.
I kissed the goat, and I liked it.
Last time we saw her was whenever we drove up with Josh from PAX East. It was the first time we ever met her.
Yeah.
Got to meet her and the goats. That was 5 years ago. But she's in town, and we'll get a chance to see her tomorrow. Anyway, the vlog is not about food. We'll talk about all that stuff tomorrow. Today, I actually wanted to talk about something that was quite exciting for me. And that is... that I have had the Apple Watch for quite some time. Very specifically, I have spent 100 days with the Apple Watch. And I wanted to talk just briefly about what that experience has meant for me and like what it's done for me. And, just kind of share my story about that. So Mal got the Apple Watch for me as an early Christmas gift. So
101 days ago.
Yeah, 101 days ago. And whenever I got it, it was like early, mid-December. I can't remember specifically. Whatever 100 days ago was. Whenever I got it, I started using it immediately. I set it up, and I think the base calorie thing for a day was 350 calories. And the base exercise is 30 minutes of exercise. And, I remember feeling a little, I felt like it was a little daunting. Like the idea of you need to take 30 minutes of your day and set aside for exercise in some way. And it's not even that it has to be particularly strenuous exercise, but you need to be taking that time and setting it aside for movement. Doing something for yourself. And that was a huge change. That was a huge, huge change because I have always lived a fairly sedentary lifestyle. I've always done that. And, there's been times in my life where I've had some ups and downs with exercise. For a while there, I was doing a lot of DDR, and I know that was on the vlog, and people enjoyed doing that or watching that. But that was also largely in like our last place. So I hadn't done a whole lot of exercise lately. Me and Mal would occasionally go for walks, but it wasn't every day. It was probably more like once or twice a week, at best. And there's a lot of days where I would wake up in the morning and I would just be in the house all day because I work from home. So when I got the watch, I made a commitment. I decided whenever I got it, the very first day I got it, very first day I put it on, that I was going to commit to filling the rings every day. And I'm very proud to say that I have. Yesterday was my 100th day. And this morning when I got up, I had the notification on my watch. I have an image of it that says, congrats on your longest move streak of 100 days. And it doesn't keep track of your streaks for stand and for exercise, but I have those too. I have a perfect 100 days on the Apple Watch. 30 minutes of exercise every day, 350, well, I think I upped it at some point to 360 calories every day. And then I have my stand hour set to 10. I think by default it's at 12. I set mine to 10 because I find that it can be very difficult on days where I have to stream to get those extra 2 hours because I'm going to be seated for several hours. So I have mine set to 10, and I think that that's a good number for me. But I've done that every day. I have not missed any days, and I've done it now for 100 days straight. And I want to start by saying that I'm proud of that. I really am. And the motivation came from the watch. It did. And, this is not an ad for Apple Watch, although they're certainly welcome to send me money if they'd like to. But for anything that I think motivates people to, do something that benefits them, it's a good thing. The Apple Watch has been really, really good for me. They also make Android watches, and they make Fitbits, and they make all these other devices that may, assist people in just being active. And I really want to stress that part is like, it's not that I have done 30 minutes of strenuous exercise every day. There are some days I have. There's been days where I've really wanted to push myself and I've played 30 minutes of DDR, which is very strenuous, or I've done 30 minutes of, jogging or running, sometimes in conditions that I probably shouldn't have done. But for the most part, that's not really what my exercise is like. A lot of it is just, you need to get 30 minutes of movement in, go for a walk. Sometimes Mao's with me, sometimes she's not, but it forces me to get out of the house, which I found that, I'm sure it's good physically to get out and move for 30 minutes, but it's also really good mentally. And sometimes I've needed that and haven't really known consciously that I did.
Sometimes I know you need it. Sometimes I'm like, have you gone for a walk yet? Maybe you should go for a walk.
Yeah, I mean, it's helpful. It's genuinely helpful to, to be like, the watch says I need to get outside and move, and then I get outside and move, and when I get back, sometimes I'm better suited for work. So, yeah, it has been nothing but a positive change in my life. It really has, and it's not necessarily that the watch is the magic thing that changed my life, but it does give me just the right amounts of motivation and dopamine or whatever to do the things. And it's actually been genuinely life-changing. It is single-handedly probably the best gift I've ever received. Thank you, Mel. And I've really, really enjoyed it. To say nothing of the fact, and I've talked about it before, that there is also a sense of camaraderie and I don't think fellowship is the right word, but friendship, being able to have friends on the watch where when they do exercises or whatever, you're notified of it and being able to motivate each other through that. I know that that's not for everyone, but that works really, really well on me. Being able to do competitions with people, not even necessarily about winning, but just the fact that that someone else somewhere is working with you to do things. I don't know. That has all been very, very helpful for me and has been one of the reasons I've been able to keep up with it. And I've kept up with it for 100 days now. So yeah, that's not going to be everyone's story for having, a smart device on the wrist, but that's definitely been mine. To say nothing of the fact that I've also really enjoyed the connection it has to Filmic. I use Filmic to record the vlogs on my phone, And the fact that I can just like turn my wrist and see the watch and like see what I'm recording is huge. Like I can see my framing anytime I need to because I use the back cameras. Like that's great. That was a feature I didn't even know existed. And the fact that I don't have to press anything, it just works, is wonderful. There's been a few times where I've used the camera remote, where I've taken photos of our group where like I put the phone on a tripod, like on the other side of the room. And then I was able to like see what the picture looked like on my wrist and then like take the photo using my watch. Like that sort of stuff is just super neat, feels very futuristic. And, I really love all of that stuff as well. So yeah, that's my experience 100 days in. And, I've really gotten a lot out of it. I really have. There has been, some, articles that have come out before that have talked about how the Apple Watch has the highest customer satisfaction rating of any other Apple device, which is impressive because a lot of Apple devices are really, really nice. They perform well. But I also kind of get it because of all of the things that you could use. The Apple Watch is something that like very directly can affect your life for the better, and it really has in my particular instance. So I'm glad that it's got me up and moving. I'm going to continue to do my best to fill my rings every day, and we'll see if I can make it to 200 days. I don't know. I expect fully at some point that it's going to have to end, right? Like, if I haven't been sick in the last 100 days. If I was sick and I was bedridden, then it'd be like, okay, there's no way for me to do this. But for now, it feels good to have accomplished this goal. So it's nice. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any sort of smart wrist device, whether it's Android, Apple, Fitbit, etc., and you want to talk about the change that's made in your life, feel free to do so. Or even if it's just you use it for the tech side of things, maybe you do. Talk about that too. It really has been wonderful. It really has been. Oh, and I know I'm going to get a few questions about this, so real quickly, I ended up getting the 8, and I got to tell you, had I known about all the little feature differences, I probably would have just gotten the SE. The newest SE is much cheaper. In fact, I just saw it go on sale today for like $220 or something. So it goes on sale pretty frequently. And that has most of the features that you would want. I mean, check a full list online somewhere, but you could probably get away with like the cheaper watch. I'm happy with the 8. It's great. It's just a lot of the features are in the SE. So maybe consider that if you're looking at getting one. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? You want an Apple Watch? Your wrists are too small.